Hello and welcome to my channel. Well, first off, I'd like to apologize. I haven't posted a video in a while because my eldest son is getting married and we've been really busy with the preparations for it because he's having his wedding at our house. So we've been busy kind of getting stuff together and cleaning up around the house, painting, doing yard work. So I've been really busy, but I got a little break. And I decided that I'd add to one of my favorite custom collections, which is my Fantastic Four. You know, I think the last one I did was my Namor. This guy turned out really well. I got those little feet from Laser Mego and that head sculpt from World's Greatest. It's one of my favorites, actually. Also, I have in the background, I don't know if you can see it, I have the Fantastic Four flying car. This is the tub version, the bathtub version. And I also got that from Laser Mego. So some really cool stuff here. I really enjoy my Fantastic Four. And, with the movie coming out, I guess, there's some interest in this too. So much so that I decided that I would add to my collection. And I think it was a few weeks ago that I showed this guy off because I had printed out a head using some clear resin because I have a special paint application that I'm going to be doing on this, and I wanted it to be clear. You can also see I printed out a new head. The old one had a misprint here in the back, but I took care of that. Just changed the settings a little bit and was able to get a good print on that. Really like that head sculpt. Profile looks really cool. So today I'm going to paint this guy silver, but you know what? I did some experimenting with this board, right? I don't know if you can see any difference in the paint apps. I couldn't. I bought two paints to try to, I bought one paint to actually try to get something that was really silver. And I got this Rust-Oleum mirror effect. And I spray painted the top half of my board with the mirror effect. And the bottom half with cheaper Rust-Oleum, which is about half the cost. This is a metallic finish. And you know what? Between these two, I couldn't tell you the difference because it looks pretty much identical. So I think I'm going to use the less expensive metallic bright coat from Rust-Oleum to go ahead and get this figure painted. I'm going to take them apart and paint the arms individually and just kind of like get a good coat on there. Because the reason I have a clear body and a clear head is because if there's any sort of rubbing here, it won't show up. If I had a solid colored body, any sort of rubbing I got and loss of paint might show up a little bit more. It'd be more pronounced, I think. So by using a clear body, I'm hoping to allow that silver color to pop through even if it gets worn off. So I'm gonna go ahead and disassemble this guy and get painting. Okay, let's see. First off, I'm gonna take off his feet. Paint those separately. Okay, and I'm going to start taking out the screws here in the back and in his waist, torso, or I guess the lower part of his abdomen, I don't know, his buttocks. It's really important that you get a good fitting screwdriver to anytime you're taking these S-type bodies apart. Because this S-type body from Classic TV Toys is a really good body that's bandless. And here I got the deluxe version. I don't know if you can see this, but there's added articulation. Because I want my Silver Surfer to be able to have a wide range of motion. Look at that bicep. And so that's why I chose the deluxe S-type body. It's a little bit more. I think it's maybe $3 or $4 more. But for this application, I think it's worth it. If you're using, a figure just for display purposes or whatever, I wouldn't spend the extra money. But if you want something that's going to be, I should probably do that with my Spider-Man, replace his body to one of these deluxe bodies. Because if you want something that has really dynamic movement, that deluxe body really performs. Yeah, it's easy to strip these screws, so you got to be really careful. Okay, so that's that apart. That's apart. I'll go ahead and remove all these things. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna paint these halves separately along with the head. Got a little bit of rubbing there. I'll rinse that off. Let's see. Now I'm gonna take out the legs. I don't think I've ever removed this screw before. I mean, for any application. Not just this particular screw. Oops. May have fallen on the floor. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I don't think I needed to take that off. Just need to pop these out. Let me go ahead and apply some heat to this. I don't want to break it. Be right back. Yeah, I just loosened the screw a little bit. I put the screw back in, loosened it just a little bit, added some hot water to that, and they just popped right off. So I'm going to go ahead and get these separated. Well, they're already separated. I'm going to get these kind of prepped for painting. I think I'm just going to straighten out the arms, straighten out the legs, do a full 360 on each one of these, and cover them with that silver paint and see how it looks. I'll be right back. You know, while my guy's drying, I thought maybe I'd put together not so much an outfit. This is an outfit that I did for a Cyberman I built a while ago. But this particular pattern, I got it from Mego Museum, but I also found this site too, Captain Dunsel's Mego Madhouse, which has a lot of different patterns all together for you. This one right here is, I think, the one I'm looking for is a two-piece bodysuit. This is the one that I used, right? I guess he posted, or maybe, I don't know, he got this from the Mego Museum. I don't know how that works. But anyway, this is the outfit that I used for that Cyberman. I didn't use the hero pants though. But I think for this particular build for my Silver Surfer, I thought I'd use just the hero pants on him since I'm doing a really good job painting him. So let me go ahead and print out this pattern and cut out some fabric so that I can start working on his pants. Okay, I got all my pieces here. Let me go ahead and get them assembled. You can see that's a really good sheen on that. That metallic does a really good job. Let's see. Let me put the head in here first. Well, here are the joints. You can see what I meant about making sure that you can see the color through it, and Silver doing a pretty good job. So any bleed through is going to be silver. Okay, so let's see. Let me do it back first. Yes, look at that. That's a really bright silver. I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but it looks really good in person. I'm just going to work on tightening the screws little by little, because the paint adds a little bit of I guess, volume to the model. Got to make sure that the head still spins freely. Yeah, it looks good. I'm going to go ahead and get it tightened up. And that's good. It's a little stiff. Wow, that looks super cool. Okay, now the body, I'm sorry, the hips here. Make sure those are, well, maybe I don't want them too tightened yet. Let me get the legs in first. I had to heat these up a little bit, so I may have to heat them up again. Yeah, let me heat these up and pop them in. Okay, I was able to get them in. Let me tighten this down. That's coming together really well. I also saw the head sculpt for the female Silver Surfer. I thought maybe I might pick that up. Just have a little variety, but this is the classic guy right here. Okay, so let's take a closer look at him. Oh. Okay, see there that's what the paint's gonna look like when it wears. Yeah, but you know, I'm not too worried about the legs because I have my pattern here for the hero pants, and I've got some fabric, so that should be covered up right there, I'm hoping. Let's see, what am I missing? Oh, you know what? A little wash here. Let me see if I can take care of his face. Nothing fancy, I'm just going to kind of draw in the darker areas with a Nullen's oil. This is actually a Nullen's oil gloss. I don't think it really makes that much of a difference whether you use gloss or not. I was also thinking about covering this with like a clear coat, but I don't want to lose that sheen, you know? So I'm just tracing the areas that have, like, you know, natural depressions, like the eyes. Near the bridge of the nose. Nothing fancy. The nose. No ears, so I guess I'm good. Get that side. This side looks a little darker. I want to make sure they match. And above the eyelids, definitely. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Gives me a lot of definition. I'm gonna go ahead and work on his pants now, but yeah, really happy with that silver color. Look at that. I noticed there was like polygons here in the head. I guess that's from the sculpt. I mean, I can live with it. It's not that big a deal. You know, World's Greatest Superheroes makes a really nice Silver Surfer head. You know, I just wanted to try it in the clear just to see how it worked with the silver. But I think maybe the head might be fine, you know, just by going with a regular resin. But yeah, look, it's coming together nicely. Let me get to work on those pants, or the trunks. All right, here I have a swatch of a fabric that I got at Walmart for my Cyberman. It's called Silver Dancewear. So if you have a Walmart near you, you can go ahead and pick it up. I'm just going to be using about this much because it looks like that's as much as I'm going to need for my my pattern here. So I'm going to take this, and I've got my pins over here, and I'm just going to pin it to the fabric, that way I can get a good clean cut. The fabric's a little spongy, so you may have to push a little bit. I'm just trying to keep this pattern nice and straight, so when I cut it, I won't have any weird surprises. I think that's pretty good. Let me grab my scissors. I need sharper scissors. See if I can get through this. What I had in my craft box, but this fabric is very like I said, like spongy. It's like a lycra, I guess. I should be cutting it on a flat surface, but I think it's small enough that I can get away with it. Let me get that one down. You may want to pin this before because it looks like it's difficult to do, kind of like on the fly. And we'll see how it looks. My last one, I didn't do a perfect job, but it came out pretty well. I guess the more I do sewing projects, the better my skill. I'm hoping that's the case anyway. I got a lot better painting, that's for sure. All right, so let me stick these back in where I poke myself. Got this from my mom. She used to sew a lot. Not so much anymore, but, well, not at all anymore. Looks pretty close. Let's test it on the body. Let's see, this goes. Maybe. Oh no, it looks like it might make it. Yeah, looks like it's gonna make it. So let me go ahead and start sewing this. I think I'm gonna sew the bottom together first. Let me turn it inside out. Let me get organized here. I'll be right back. Okay, I used a pin to match those up. Let me just go ahead and get this sewed. Doesn't look like there's going to be a lot of sewing. I have my my no-sew glue too. I'm going to make a loop over here on the corner, just kind of like hold it together. I think it's probably good. Let me go ahead and keep going on the stitch here. You'll notice I found some silver string, or silver thread, sorry. I don't know if it's going to even show, but okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish it all the way over to the end, and I'll come back when I'm about to tie it off. Okay, I'm at the end, so let me do my last stitch. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it here, cut it, and then tie it off. I'm going to try like a triple knot here, and then we can try it on him. I still have to do the back end of it, and I still have to glue the sides, but it'll give me a pretty good idea of what it's going to look like. Okay. Yeah, I just need to sew those down, or actually, I'm going to glue them down with a no-sew. So let me go ahead and finish this part right here. And I think I have a snap even, so I can put a snap on there. So this is just going to continue with the stitching, probably up to about here. Go ahead and get a knot tied at the end. And all I'm going to do is just simply sew these together to about probably here, halfway up, and then that way I can add my my snaps. Okay, that's all I'm going to do is just keep sewing it all the way up. Let me do it just a couple more stitches. I might be able to finish. Okay, I'm just gonna add a couple more stitches and tie it off and look for my snaps, but it looks like it's coming together. Okay, I've got my little no-sew. I take a little bit with this tool. I'm thinking this is how you would apply it, but I don't know. It's very tacky, so I thought I could just squeeze it out of that little applicator, but that doesn't work so well. Paper towel over somewhere. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this little tool here and just kind of like use it to fold it over after I apply it. I'm hoping I can just fold it over a little bit at a time and that'll work. Okay, let me see if I can just hold it for a little bit until it sets. Okay, I'm going to hold that down and see what happens. Yeah, I got a little program going on here. I just take this, put it in the seam right here that I'm making, and just squish it down a little bit at a time. And it seems to be working. I'll let you know when I get to the end. Now, let me do that again just so you can see it. Just grabbing a little bit of the glue, sticking it here in the seam. The key is just to like hold it till it sets. That's the rub, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry and keep going. All right, the legs turned out to be pretty easy. Just follow the same procedure. So just put a little glue there. And I just fold up the end. Just like that. And then you just hold it until it sticks. And then you just keep working down the side. So you can see that this side's done. I've got the waist, and all I'm doing is this second leg opening. So that's what I'm doing here. You should see me when I'm finished. I may add the little snap there without putting it on camera because it's a simple application. But I did want to show you how I was doing these legs. And let me do a little bit more. It looks like that's almost dried. A little section at a time, be patient. You just glue it down, then just wait a little bit. And it has a little pocket there so you can get going on the next section. So it's not difficult to do at all. It looks like I'm rushing, but I wanted to show you how you just use the little existing pocket. If you don't wait, then you may have to go back and kind of like redo what you've done already. So I'm gonna let that dry and I'm gonna keep going. You should see these when they're pretty much on the figure. I think I'm almost done. You got to turn him slowly so it doesn't fall off his board. But I think he's a winner. You got a little bit of blue tape down there to hold down the board because it was rocking. Ah. You know, I've got these pegs on his feet that help stabilize him a little bit more. See? But I guess spinning him around. I mean, he'll display fine. And I've got a peg here in his other foot too. So I can, you know, he can go goofy foot or regular surfer. And the knees bend so you can get him to, you know, have some really good, you know, dynamic poses. There you go. See if I can get him to spin without falling. I really like the way that head turned out. It has a little bit of a, I don't know, pixelation to it. But, you know, overall, I think the sculpt is really cool. I had to blow it up quite a bit, so maybe that's what the thing was, that, you know, by enlarging it, I picked up that pixelation. But overall, really happy with them. In the back, I decided to go against a snap because it was bulging out and I just glued it. You know, I'm also thinking about doing the trunks over again and having them come up a little higher on his waist. You know, maybe up to about here, you know, like mom jeans. I don't, you know, just a little higher up so you don't see that gap. But the color is just cool. That silver just worked out really well. And I think you need to soften it with, I mean, you just can't have him go bare. I think you really need to soften it with the, find the peg, there we go. Soften it with the cloth, you know. It's got to have a little bit of different texture in there. And I think that the fabric does that. But the fabric matches his body perfectly. And you can see how those, the seams for that, that glue work out really well. Gives you a nice clean look. So I'm really happy with this guy. I think he turned out great. You know, that board, it's a little wobbly. I may have to, like, well, you know what, maybe not. I'll make like some cosmic surf or something. That way it'll hold the board without rocking, because it's rounded at the bottom and so it rocks a little bit. And that's been my biggest problem with the board. But I do like that little peg system. See how it like rocks if you're not careful. See if I can get that post to stick. Pretty cool. I think that pose is going to be the one that goes on Facebook. Well, until next time, you guys stay safe, be cool. Silver Surfer is pretty easy to do. I don't know if you necessarily have to do the clear underneath. I'm trying to look at a seam that might be coming undone. So you can see, it looks, let's see. I found one, it was on the waist, but I covered it. It does look a little darker, but it does, I guess, transition well. So if you are working on a Silver Surfer, I don't know, maybe the silver body is the way to go. I mean, not the silver, the clear body is the way to go. Oh, here. See how a little bit's rubbed off? But you really can't tell. So, I think that's going to be my Silver Surfer. Till next week, you guys stay safe, be cool, and I will see you guys really, really soon. Bye now.